Breaking news update for you. An Alabama woman who went missing after stopping to help a child walking on an interstate has been found alive.
An Alabama woman has gone missing, I think, in the last 48 hours. And this is according to CNN. An Alabama woman has gone missing after telling a 911 dispatcher that she saw a toddler walking alone on the side of an interstate. The woman, 25-year-old Carlethia, also known as Carlee, Nicole Russell.
Police say Carlee Russell returned home last night before being taken to a hospital for evaluation. The 25-year-old had been missing since Thursday night when she called 911 to report a child was walking alone on an interstate. Russell then called a family member who said she lost contact with Russell after hearing what sounded like a scream. When an officer arrived at the scene, they found Russell's car and some of her belongings, including her phone, but no sign of her or the child. Right now, it's unclear where Russell had been since then.
Called 911 around 9:34 p.m. local time on Thursday. And this is according to a Facebook post from the Hoover Police Department. She called them and said that she saw a toddler walking on the side of I-459 or I-459 South. After calling 911, she stopped to check on the child and called a family member who she lost contact with while on the line. According to the same Facebook post, when officers who were already en route from the initial 911 call arrived at the scene, they found that her vehicle and some of her belongings, including her phone, were still there, but no sign of her or the child. And police have not received any reports or calls for a missing child. And this has just gone viral. So I've been seeing this story in a lot of places. Her mother told Talitha Russell told CNN that she was working to stay positive during the search, stating, "We are trusting God. We are staying positive. We are not allowing any negative thoughts to enter our minds." She also continued to say, "So all that we are doing is trusting God, believe in God that our daughter will be brought home safely." This is hard to kind of swallow, this whole story, because we know that they're stealing women, and there's so many different tactics that we're seeing when they're leaving napkins on windows, money on windows, or on the door handle, where they're doing this to take women and or men or whoever. When I think of this, I think about human trafficking. And these are my views on this. So I think about the human trafficking aspect, and I believe that the child that she's seen was used as bait. I also believe that she, also was probably privy in some way, shape, or form to, this is looking a little strange. Not only am I going to call 911, I'm also going to call a family member so that they know what's going on as well. Because I'm pretty sure, like all of us who have been in the online space right now, or for whatever reason, if you use social media, you've seen a story that is warning young women, especially when there's what signs to look for in the night, or if they're just coming to their car or whatever. I would have never thought, when it comes to a baby, a toddler, to be seen our instinct. Anybody, all of us here who are watching, you and I both know, if we were to see a toddler or a baby crossing the street, we would stop. We would try to go see if there was some kind of protection, or if we can go protect that baby, where the parent may be, what's going on. Naturally, as humans who have good hearts or who are caring, we would do that. But they, in my mind, they use that baby as bait for human trafficking. They said in one of the videos I was watching, just trying to catch up on the story, they said they left even her wig behind. Her personal belongings that she had. It wasn't like it was a holdup or anything like that. She was snatched. And they have no sign of her. And I know that she thought something was fishy. That's why she, in my assumption, she knew something may have been going on. And she called a parent or a family friend or a family member so that she can let them know, listen, this is what's going on. And while on that phone, the connection was lost, but the person still heard the road, cars going by. So, and they said allegedly a scream. So I don't know. This is so sad. And I wish and I hope and I pray that she's found.
Yeah.
My best friend was just, go ahead.
I was about to say, I just hope that with as much traction as this story is gaining, I just hope somebody's, if you see something or know something, that they'll say something. Just make sure we can bring our sister home, because it sucks, because everybody in a situation like that, if you saw a toddler walking on the side of the road, of course you're going to stop and try to say something.
Yeah.
And I just hope that they're putting all they can into this and tracking them down, man. This trafficking BS, and this unfortunately sounds like what it is trafficking.
It's really scary to know this is happening, but it's also like, if we didn't, I feel like, because people were saying this happens so often. We hear about these stories, and like we hear about these stories in our town. I'm glad that this is going mainstream. Yeah. And I'm like, dang, just to know that this is, the people in that community have said these things have been happening. People have been disappearing. Toddlers have been the bait. I'm glad that we're able to put this out, in the media, to have these conversations, because this really does sound like human trafficking to me.
Yeah. And ladies, if y'all get into a situation, Rebecca, you too, because I worry about stuff like this because of my sister's mom, Rebecca, my best friends that are females as well too. You can't help but just like, think about stuff like this. And I just want y'all to please be careful. If it's a situation that looks a little sketchy, Kev said it first, circle around the block first. Or if you see a toddler walking by themselves, don't get out the car yet. Call 911, get them on the phone first, wait for somebody to get there, and keep your distance. I don't know what I would do if anybody close to me was put in a situation like this.
Yeah. It's very scary. And this is why I can tell you guys, I know that a lot of people, wonder why I don't post what I'm going to be doing when I'm going to be doing it until after, even though like, a lot of these events, a lot of people want me to post when they're hiring me to, to do these local events and stuff. You don't know who's waiting, plotting, planning these kind of things. It's very scary. When I post sometimes in my stories of anywhere that's around where I'm living or whatever, I try to cross out landmarks, because you just don't know what's happening. I try to stay in safer communities. And even though when I say safer, unfortunately, those safer communities might have people who do not look like me. Right? And that's because I live alone, or I live whatever. I try to make sure that I live in communities where if I have to be subjected to racism, or whatever the case may be, like you just try. It sucks, but even in those communities, people could be plotting and planning. You just don't know. You just do not know. We don't know. We don't know. And Black women, when they go missing, we're not ever really going to hear about. My best friend was telling me the other day, she saw a woman crossing the street. She stopped because the woman was about to get hit by cars and stuff. She stopped to assist the woman. And as we discussed this conversation about this young woman who stopped for the toddler, you just think, like, she's like, Rebecca, I just kind of did that the other day. Like, it makes us, and I'm like, girl, you just have a good heart. You just have a good heart. And yeah, no, you're totally right, Nicole. It's almost like you're not safe anywhere.
And you know what's also funny, Rebecca? That same story that you just shared about your friend that said she stopped to help the lady. I think it was Lily or Rachel. Someone in the chat also mentioned that they had stopped to help someone that was like in the middle of the street, an older lady, if I'm not mistaken, as well too. So it's just these things that you think that you're helping someone and trying to help people. They're using these things to like take advantage of people like that. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. We don't know what to do. This world is it's a crazy place right now. It's a crazy place. Are we not supposed to be kind? Because our act of kindness may lead us to our death, or it's just confusing. It's sad. I really pray they bring that baby home. They bring that girl home and that baby that they use for bait.
Breaking news update for you. An Alabama woman who went missing after stopping to help a child walking on an interstate has been found alive. Police say Carlee Russell returned home last night before being taken to a hospital for evaluation. Right now, it's unclear where Russell had been since then.